What's up, guys? We're back with another recap / rant for the Falcons versus the Panthers. Obviously, as you can see, I'm a Falcons fan. And the Falcons lose this game 7-9. Now, first off, this one really messed with me. Out of all the games of this season, this was the worst loss because of how ridiculous and how dumb it was. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? Usually I like to talk about all the bull crap. Let me just go ahead and, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. First of all, I usually like to talk about other team that come to us. I'm going to go ahead and get straight into the game, and then we'll probably break it down. Like I said, the score was 7-9. Arthur Smith, as much as I say I like the guy, whatever, and you know how he talks in the interviews, I believe it should be his last game, bro. And the thing is, I like Desmond Ridder. I think he's cool. I think he has a lot of room to grow. But Arthur Smith is calling terrible play calls. He only called 2 good calls the entire game. That was a nice pass to Jonnu Smith, and that was a sweep to Cordell Patterson, CP. Glad they try to utilize him a lot more. I know Jake Matthews is hurt a little bit, but he played today. Our center, who we usually play with, I believe that's Drew. It was hurt, and they used somebody else. And our right guard, Caleb McGarry, was out today. But that doesn't mean anything because in the NFL, it's always the next man up. Derrick Brown, might as well talk about the team. Derrick Brown completely dominated the defensive line. And the other guy, I forgot the other guy's name. As far as their corners, their safeties, they really didn't do anything. But it was mainly their freaking defensive line that was going crazy. But Derrick Brown was the main guy. Arthur Smith, I believe it was the first drive or the second drive. He did a freaking toss to Bijan Robinson 3 times in a freaking row. I believe it was on second down. No, 4 times in a row. I believe it was on second. I don't know if it was on second down, but I know it was on third down. He did the same play again on fourth down when he went for it. And then after we got the ball back, after they had the ball, he did the same play again. It was freaking stupid. The dang play calls. At the end of the game, when Desmond Ridder threw the interception, was Drake Lennon wide open? Yes. Did the ball slip? I don't know. Because like the commentator said, the dude was wide open. We don't know if he was trying to throw the CP or not. He should have never been in position to throw the ball in the first place. You have Bijan Robinson. You have CP. You have Tyler Algier. You even have freaking Desmond Ridder. Do a read option with the man. Why are you passing the ball? He completely Kyle Shanahan. We're up by 7. And I know like people like to blame it on the defense. Oh, the defense. The defense does not allow a touchdown. The defense have barely been allowing any touchdowns the whole season. We're second in the league in the red zone defense. Bryce Young came. Oh, that's his name, right? Bryce Young came into this freaking game with 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. For number 9, and guess what? They scored 9 freaking points. And as always, guys, I tell you all the time, we're always that team where everybody just gets their first victory. This is this guy's first victory as head coach over there for the Carolina Panthers because the other coach got fired. So just think, they came into this game 1-12. And now they're 2-12, and now we're 6-8, which means we're one game away in the division. This team is absolutely embarrassing right now. Especially, I told you when you go into the stadium, and I told you a lot of people care about the game now. You go in there, and I told you see Michael Vick and Big Boy talking about it's not about flash, it's not about what was it, flash, swagger. It's about power. Yeah, how much power is that by going down there when everybody, you know what I'm saying, oh, you know, right when we got a chance to be the number 1 in the division, they came out and just completely was like, oh, shoot, we touched number 1. Let's not prosper no more. Let's just go ahead and act like we already clinched the freaking playoffs. Ever since we got a number 1, we've been losing freaking games. How the heck did we lose against Tampa Bay last week? How did we lose against the Panthers this week? I don't care nothing about the rain. I don't care about nothing about the injuries. It rains down here in Atlanta. I live here. I've been living here all my life. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the Carolina games. I know it's cold. I know it's wet. But that's still a part of the habitat. It's not like it was snowing out there. It ain't like anybody was storming out there. It ain't hell. It ain't none of that. These dudes came out here and looked like absolute trash, bro. Like, straight terrible. Only 7 points when you have guys that got, like Kyle Pitts, first rounder. Bijan Robinson, first rounder. CP, I believe he was a Super Bowl champion and one of the pretty much the best kick returner of all time. One of the best all around personnel person you can have on the team. Jonnu Smith, I believe that's the second tight end. It's like, why is our offense only scoring 7 points? You know what I'm saying? Like this is trash. And it don't even seem like no bull crap. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes certain games can feel like, oh, that's how the NFL is. I talk about stuff like that. But in this game, that's just us being absolutely trash. That's us being absolutely terrible. And you got YouTubers keep pounding all this stuff, and it's just like their season is done with, and they came in here and messed it up. I guess it's how the Panthers fans felt. Well, no, they already clinched the playoffs when Cam Newton and them was going undefeated, and their only loss was against us. Now almost their only win was against us, but they had beat the Jets. So now the Jets and the Falcons, which is us, are the two teams that the Panthers beat this season. We're looking like absolute trash, man. How the heck are we supposed to win a division like this? How are we even supposed to make the wild card if we don't win the division? This is freaking absolutely trash, man. I know we go against the Saints again. We already played the Bucs twice. We beat them the first time, we lost the second time. And now we lost against the Panthers again. So I don't know if we have to win out, but now it's like we don't have control of our own destiny. Because even I feel like if we win out, that means some kind of way, that means we're going to have to see if somebody need to lose. Even though we beat the Packers, I know they in the hunt too. And I know they just lost. But I believe whoever else is in the hunt, they beat us. And then we got to worry about that. This game was absolutely as a Falcons fan, you guys don't understand. I'm glad I ain't gonna say I'm glad I wasn't there. Obviously it would have been cool to travel to a different game. But to hear the celebration, the energy just being completely just ripped out. You know what I'm saying? What they call it? What they call it? The hopes. It just completely, when you hear the other fans cheer after some jump like that, it messes with you. It messes with you, man. This game was trash. Let me just go ahead and get into it, man. I feel like after Arthur Smith, man, this game, I don't have no faith in him no more, man. This one was tough. This one was bad. Even when we went down there, if you think about it, it's not the first time this happened. Last year when Marcus Mariota went down there and we got embarrassed, I don't know if it was Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Mariota throwing the ball on his knees, doing stupid stuff. I don't even think we scored then. I don't know what the score was. I forgot. But I know we lost that game and it was an embarrassment. Now we come down there with Desmond Ritter, everything going crazy. Oh, the guy's doing better. And then you freaking get all the way down to the red zone just so you can pass the freaking ball. How dumb is that? Why are you passing the ball? Why run the ball? Run the ball. Kick the freaking field goal. What you do, take some more time off the clock. You know what I'm saying? Even though y'all may say, maybe we could have scored a touchdown running the freaking ball. We could have took out more time running the freaking ball. Now you let freaking Bryce Young freaking come down the field the dude. They was talking about how Desmond and him, this their third time playing each other, and Bryce Young won in college, and you know what I'm saying, and Desmond Ritter won the first game in the NFL and all that other stuff, and now this their third meeting, and it's just bad, man. This was freaking bad. Anyway, for the other team, Bryce Young, 18 for 24, 167 yards. That Hubbard dude, he did really good. I told you, the interior, the offensive line, the defensive line, we'd have had Ayman Yada. Obviously, Grady Jarrett's out for the season. But guys like Zach Harrison, I believe, and something about to do. What's his name? Oh, man. I had to go to the thing for us. I forgot the dude's name. What's his name, man? The London dude. Not Drake London. It's funny because they put Drake London on the stat sheet. Come on, what are y'all doing with this, man? It's not Drake London, but the other London dude. He came out and he did pretty good as well. Graham had his first sack. Harrison had his first sack of his career as well. And Calais Campbell had a sack. The defense, I feel like they did great. But if they're on the field for the entire game, what do you think is going to happen? It's sweaty. It's muddy. They've been out there. They're doing what they need to do. They're not allowing the other team to score a touchdown. And our high-power offense that we've been drafting the first rounders for are not able to score only one touchdown for an hour, was pretty much 3 hours, 4 hours, what do you want to call it, in a real NFL game. And we looking like straight bums. We have they not treating us like we're fighting for the position. That position in the name in the freaking division. My bad. I'm still frustrated. This is really like super raw emotion right now because it's like, how do you come out and play like that? Like, it's one thing if you just getting blown out, man. You know what, the other team was just better. But it's one thing of hanging in there with a 7 points to 9 to a 1-12 team. Rivalry game or not, that is freaking embarrassing. And the same thing with the Cardinals. Oh, freaking Kyler Murray's first game back, we freaking lost. Oh, this is his coach's first time winning a game. Last year, I think that was when they freaking fired the coach, and we lost against the coach they had for the first time. I think it was the same situation. I don't know if that was their first game last year or not, but I remember that guy had filled in. I don't know if that was the year Matt Rule was there or what. It was the same situation. We always be in this situation. And it's just an embarrassment, man. It's an embarrassment. Let me go to the Panthers. Yeah, that Hubbard dude, 22 carries, 87 yards. He had some big runs in the game. After Smith Ortiz, dude pretty much was doing what CP did, and they just kept doing that play, and it was working. Bryce Young had 4 carries, 9 yards, average 2.2. Miles Sanders got dominated. Shout out to Adam Thielen. I've been liking Adam Thielen for a long time. 4 receptions, 43 yards. For some reason, just like the same thing last week, Clark Phillips going crazy the whole game, doing a good job. Now it's the last drive, holding, pass interference, and guess what? They march all the way down the field to freaking win the game just like last time. It's freaking stupid, man. It's like, why do they always do that? The defense, I understand, like I told you, the defense can get tired. I hate that they wait to the end of the game to finally slip up like that, but it's not their fault. They shouldn't have to be superheroes. Like I said, just like Desmond shouldn't have to be a superhero. It's like, why you just can't blow somebody out? Why does it always have to come down to one drive? Just win the freaking game, blow somebody out, man. Dust them, destroy them. What's so crazy about these last 2 weeks, as far as I've been a Falcons fan, the most points I've ever seen us score was against Tampa Bay last week. Well, not last week, but was against the team Tampa Bay and was against the team Panthers when Matt Ryan threw like 500 freaking passing yards with Julio and them back game. And I told you when we had Matt Ryan once again at the Dome when we was going crazy. I think it was like 58 points when we had Mike Smith and all of that. And now we coming out here and we can barely score these touchdowns. That's terrible, man. J.C. Horn had 6 tackles for them. That Lovell dude, Frankie Louisville, I think he's a linebacker. That guy did pretty good for them as well. But other than that, the Panthers, like I said, they only had 9 points. Derek Brown is the MVP for their team this game, and that's all on them. As far as us, the Falcons, man, Ritter 12 for 20, 152 yards, a touchdown, interception. Tyler Algier 14 carries, 44 yards. Bijan 7 carries for 11. CP 5 carries for -2. And Desmond Ritter, 5 carries for -2 as well. And it was bad football, man. It was bad coaching all around. It was freaking terrible. And it's like, even if another coach is a great coach, to be out-coached, it's like you played so bad that if we was to play a freaking team, we would freaking get eviscerated. Like, this game was so freaking terrible coached. Like, it was terribly coached that there is no way that Arthur Smith should play should coach another game for us, man. This was freaking bad. Like, this was one of the worst games. And I just told y'all that last time it was against Carolina as well, when we couldn't win to the playoffs. And Cam Newton came down here with Trey Boston and them. And I told y'all this story last week that I was like, Dad, let's go. And I told you, my whole family knows I like to stay for the whole game. This was one of those games where it felt worse than that. Because I don't know, man. It just felt worse than that. This was one of the worst games I've seen the Falcons, like any Falcons play. I don't know how they clean this up. I don't care about getting it back to next week. I don't care about none of that. Oh, we got to go 1 week at a time. Look, this should be Arthur Smith's last game. I've been riding with him. He cool. But after that game, there's no way you can coach that bad, man. I don't care. Like I said, I don't. There's no possible way you can coach the game that freaking bad. That was terrible. That was. How do you get into the league? How do you be a coach coaching like that? You getting out coached by a dude that won his first game. You getting out coached by a rookie quarterback who's only won one game. And then when we go against Dan Quinn, who used to be our coach, we get him blown out. Not this year, but since Arthur Smith been on the team, we lost against every old coach who has coached us. And including, I believe, what's his name, Raheem Morris, when he was coaching the Rams. And that's just crazy, man. That's crazy. So that's how I feel about this game. Jesse Bates, it would have been nice to see him get a pick this game because he got two of them against this man. But Jesse Bates can't do it all. Like I said, he can't be the superhero every single time. Nate Landman, Clark Phillips, he had 5 tackles. Caden Ellis had 5 tackles. Jesse Bates actually leads our team in tackles. I forgot to tell you all that last time, but he does. And then I believe it's Caden Ellis, and then it's somebody else I forgot. But anyway, guys, this was terrible. This was bad, and this was bad, man. Like, there's no other way I can put it. There's nothing really else I can say about it. But Arthur Smith, hey, his time is up. Desmond Ridder, man. I like I said, I still feel like he should have never been in that position. But Rainey slipping or not, just like how they got on my boy Matt for not audible in the Super Bowl, dude should have audible and be like, nope, we not doing this play. It's not happening. They should have did a screenplay to CP on the outside. They should have did another screenplay to Bijan. They should have went back to the screenplay on Jonnu if they wanted to pass the ball. But just throwing it into there's no possible way you should even do that, man. Run the ball. If you don't get it, kick the freaking field goal, and there you go. Because at least we would have had points on the board. We'd have had time off the board, and they would have had to score a touchdown to win the game, not a field goal. They haven't had a touchdown the whole game. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's less time off the clock, and it's more points to have to score. It makes sense to run the ball. Oh, shoot, they stopped this. It's 4th down. Kick the freaking field goal. Go up 10-6. So that way they can't come down and kick a field goal to win the freaking game. It just makes sense. It makes logical sense. It does. I don't understand how it doesn't make sense. That's why when you see Arthur Smith and stuff on the sideline, it's like it literally looked in his face like, I think I'm done. Like, I'm out of here. So I don't understand how much you can be embarrassed or how much this shows. Oh yeah, the city has power. Like, I don't know if that's like a political term. I don't know what the heck they doing with that whole power stuff. But this ain't looking like we got no freaking power stuff. This is looking like straight trash. That's what it's looking like. I don't know, like solar power. Like, what the heck they doing? I don't know what's going on, man. Like, I don't know what the whole power thing is about. But this is not looking like no power at all. This is looking bad, man. So anyway, I don't even know what to say, man. I can't even talk about anything because nothing really even happened. They just, like, on both sides, it was bad. So anyway, let me see who we play next week, because this game, like, really got me heated. And I haven't felt like that in a long time watching the Falcons game. Like, in a long time. We lost some and I was like, oh yeah, to give the other team credit. But this game, there is no way you are getting destroyed like this. So, Christmas Eve, December 24th, man. It's going to be here. So, Desmond Ridder lost 2 games at home in his career. We're going against the Colts, Matt Ryan's old team. And I don't know if they got their young rookie over there, Anthony Richardson, playing. I know Gardner Minshew was playing for them for a minute. And this is the type of game that we need to win. We need to come in here and blow somebody out. I don't know if we blew somebody out at all since Arthur Smith has been coaching us. I told y'all, I still think Mike Smith was the best coach we ever had. And we should have never got rid of him. I really don't. He only had one bad season compared to everybody else named Mama having multiple bad seasons, and he was the winningest coach in history. Arthur Smith doesn't have a what they call it. He doesn't have a positive record. Dan Quinn, when he coached with us, didn't end off with a positive record. The only coach that had a positive record was I believe Dan Reeves and Mike Smith. So anyway, man, I appreciate everybody for watching this video. As a Falcon fan, this really hurts. This really messes me up, and it makes me remember how football can make somebody feel. Because I told you it's more than just football. So anyway, let me see something real quick. Dang, what the heck I was about to do? No, like I said, shout out to everybody that watched the videos, like, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I would love to do this type of stuff full time. I don't want to be upset full time. I don't want the Falcons to be an embarrassment full time. I want us to go out there and win, but I want to be able to enjoy it. I would love to go travel to different games and stuff like that. But they can't be doing stupid stuff like that for us to go out and waste money. Like my sister went out to London and stuff like that, and we get embarrassed down there. So it's crazy, man. So anyway, see y'all in the next one. I think I told y'all the other day, Texas is the number one state that watches me. So shout out to everybody in Texas. I don't know if that means it's a lot of Cowboy fans or a lot of Houston Texans fans out there. And it's funny. It's not funny, but guess what? That's where we lost a dang Super Bowl in Texas. So I don't know if y'all feel some sympathy for me. If y'all like, man, yo, this dude, that's why we lost the dang Super Bowl. And I told you, New York is the number one city that watches me. So New York, I know we beat those Jets and we beat the Giants a couple of times. But guess what? When y'all won the Super Bowl the last time with the Giants, we went over there and we only had 2 points. So good stuff to y'all. See y'all in the next one, man. I'm out.